The Genrich story began in late August 2018. They moved from Fort Bragg to MacDill, a new assignment and excitement for the couple.
It was absolutely stunning. We were very, very happy the first 3 weeks we lived there.
3 weeks?
Yes, 3 weeks before my husband became symptomatic.
Her 36-year-old husband started having headaches, brain fog, and trouble breathing. Doctors didn't know what was wrong.
That's when you begin to realize that this might be what's making you sick, and that you've lived in this home since August.
Jenny Genrich says a leak from their AC caused mold. She'd reported that leak to maintenance with Harbor Bay, which manages the private housing on MacDill. The leak was fixed, but Jenny says there was nothing done to remove areas that were exposed to water and moisture.
I was honestly shocked at what I was seeing. A little scared and a little shocked.
What were you seeing?
I was seeing mold, what appeared to me to be mold on studs, on subflooring, and on pieces of sheetrock. We were scared that maybe he had a tumor or cancer or something was really wrong. Again, we didn't know we had mold.
It wasn't until January that a private doctor diagnosed him with sick building syndrome. At the same time, military families across the U.S. were reporting problems with privatized military housing. MacDill seemed to be ground zero for mold concerns. The Air Force ordered a nationwide review of housing. Families in 97 of the 572 homes on MacDill, 17% reported concerns of mold to the Air Force. 10 News also found an Air Force review that cites mold from construction quality, including moisture from rain, flooding, and leaks from HVAC and refrigerators as the #1 concern for top Air Force leadership during base visits.
It should be a concern. The HVAC is what I believe caused all of these problems.
Their home was remediated in March. This report shows the work that was done. A test after only found a rare level near the AC and stairway, which is common in homes, so they moved back in.
We became symptomatic again, and the testing indicated otherwise, that there was still mold present in the home.
The Genrichs decided they were out. When we visited MacDill in July, we saw this mold remediation happening in homes on base.
I do get frustrated when I think about the fact that another family may have moved into that home and it may not have been properly remediated even after we left.
A spokesperson for MacDill told us, quote, initial construction may be one of many factors that caused concern for mold issues in base housing. However, all homes were built to Florida and national building codes as required by law.
Is it really anything different than what you would see across Tampa Bay?
Again, I'm sorry, I really can't talk about ongoing projects.
Stephen Lipson is the industrial hygienist working on MacDill's mold issues. He's not remediating the work, just making sure it's done right.
I like to say there's no such thing as a mold problem, it's a moisture problem. Mold is just what you get when you have one. Speed is the best of all things. When it comes to water intrusion and mold growth, the faster you react to it, the cheaper it is, period.
Jenny Genrich wishes she'd known something, anything about mold. Had she says she'd have pushed harder for maintenance to do more when she first noticed the problems.
In the end, we ended up being the ones to suffer for that. This has really impacted our life.
For military families, there are things that you can do if you think that you have mold. First, contact the Harbor Bay Housing Office and immediately file a work order. You can also download the Active Building app. There you'll see past and current work orders. You can also ask if your house has ever been remediated for mold. Finally, speak up. There is now an advocate hired and employed by the Air Force, not Harbor Bay, to help you. Let them know, let the command know. They do not want this to be a silent issue.
10 Investigates also pressed the private management company about what they're doing to stop this problem. To see their response, check out this story in our 10 News app under 10 Investigates.